Zhenya. This is Zhenya's kitchen. Today, the one ingredient we have out is beets. I'm gonna make a beet salad today for dinner, and it's a really delicious side. I've brought it to work before. Everybody loves it, and it's really only two ingredients. It's beets and mayo. One more thing, before we start cooking, I want to say thank you so much for my cousin's mother-in-law, Angie Shade, for this gorgeous apron. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love aprons. So, beets. I'm gonna rinse them out and I'm gonna meet you at the pot. So, the pot. You put about 2/3 of just cold water. We're gonna put it on high heat and we're just gonna put beets in there. I rinse them out. You don't need to clean them. You don't need to do anything because it's just beets boiling. So the deal is your pot has to be tall enough to cover the beets. They're mostly covered with water. I'm gonna bring them to boil and then I'm gonna simmer them on medium heat for at least an hour before I check them. What we're gonna check is for the fork tender, just like potato. You want the fork to get in and get out very easily. So I am gonna time how long it's gonna take. We have 3 good sized beets. Got them at the farmer's market. I love the farmer's market. So we just gonna time and see how long it's gonna take. And I will come back to you when they are fork tender and I'll show you how it's supposed to look. 2 hours have lapsed and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the fork in and it comes right out. Fork in, comes right out. Fork in, comes right out. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna run it under cold water and I'm gonna let it sit in cold water. It needs to cool off all the way through. If you wanna really speed up the process, you can slice them in half and it's gonna just have a little bit of a trouble peeling it. But what's gonna happen is once we put it in cold water, it will make it easier just to take the skin off, alright? So I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna put it in cold water, and I'm gonna put it in running cold water for a while, and I'll come back to you when it's time to clean it. So the beets are totally cooled off. They sat on the stove with the heat off for a while till they came to room temperature, and then we'll put them in the running cold water for a while. So what we're gonna do now is clean the beet. So we're gonna take a beet. You're gonna take a small knife and just cut this part, and then the rest of it is just gonna come off very easily. So you will need a knife to cut off this little part, and if there's any ugly pieces, you just kind of scrape them off a little bit. All right, there's our clean beet. So I'm gonna clean the other 2 beets, and then I'm gonna cut them on quarter pieces, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to use a food processor. All right, I'm cleaning. I'll be right back. So the beets are clean. If you can tell, I cut them in quarters. Food processor. It's my favorite shredder. Low. There we go. Just pile them in. Pinch my finger. So now I'm going to wash my finger and all my fingers, all of them. And I'm gonna come back to you and we're going to open this up and put the beet salad together. Hands are clean, fingers okay. There go our beets. I'm gonna dump them in a mixing bowl. Gorgeous stuff. You know, I was thinking it would be really good for Halloween. You can scare people. Tell them it's brain or something. All right, we got our beets. Now we got a mayo. So this is 3 beets. Let's do, this is probably like 2 tablespoons of regular tablespoons of mayo. Mix it in. I'm mixing it in. I think we need a little bit more. There we go. This looks great. You can't believe me, but beet salad is done. And when I taste test it, I don't need anything. I don't need bread. I don't need cracker. I just need a spoon. There we go. This is it. One of the most delicious side dishes. The whole thing is just boiling them, shredding them, adding the mayo. It's sweet, has a little salt from the mayo, has a little creaminess, no crunch at all because they're cooked. I'm Zhenya, this is Zhenya's Kitchen, and this is my beet salad.